In 1861, General James Lane led his Jayhawkers out of Kansas and into the future city of Grandview, taking over the farm of Solomon Young, Harry Truman's grandfather, an ardent Unionist. They slaughtered 400 hogs and forced his grandmother to bake them biscuits while they shot her chickens. Harry Truman grew up on this farm where he learned to play the piano and dreamt of becoming a concert pianist. He watched as Grandview became a city in 1912. In 1917, he left to fight in World War I. When he returned after the armistice, Truman started on his path to the White House, but he always recalled the pleasant times he had here. Grandview grew during the mid-20th century. During World War II, nearby Richards-Gebaur Air Base fueled the city's growth. Then, later, many African Americans came to Grandview from nearby Kansas City. They were seeking a better quality of life away from the segregation of the inner city. By the late 70s, Grandview's population was nearly 25,000. But then, as they had 100 years ago, outside forces rode into Grandview and dealt it a triple blow. The federal government shut down the Air Force Base. Its staff and their families left. With fewer customers, many businesses and services also left town. Kansas City developers built a mall in nearby South Kansas City. It devastated Grandview's major shopping center. Shoppers left our businesses to wither on the vine, and new businesses were reluctant to come to a community that seemed old, outmoded, and shrinking. It was the state that eventually sealed Grandview's fate when the Transportation Department changed 71 highway frontage roads from two-way to one-way operation. Shoppers and residents in our town could not circulate around and across the highway. Our businesses were cut off from our residents, our neighborhoods isolated from one another. Grandview was cut in two. For 30 years, our population and businesses stagnated. Our quiet, diverse, blue-collar working community was left to pull itself out of the situation it did not have a say in creating. But Grandview didn't give up. 30 years later, our city is blossoming into a vibrant, growing 21st century community. More importantly, we have done this without mortgaging our future. More amazingly, we did it by pulling ourselves up during the Great Recession. Now we are recognized as a sustainable, walkable community for all ages, with a diverse blue-collar population that has used its own resources to develop both physical and social infrastructure, including an arts council and a Main Street organization. We have used Main Street as a catalyst for transformation. Its improvements sparked an important revitalization in our city, the redevelopment of two nearly abandoned 1950s-style shopping centers. Altogether, improvements have totaled over $60 million of public and private investment in Grandview since the start of the Great Recession. We are recognized as a place in the Kansas City community. Now we want to be the greatest place. Starting with Main Street, Grandview is slowly proving that life or death of a community has more to do with the will of its people than spreadsheets. We believe the arts will help our families, businesses, and entrepreneurs make Main Street even more vibrant and successful by generating ideas and emotions that support our community's transformation. We want to have the arts motivate our community and be the center of our place. Grandview's Main Street is a place where future artists, musicians, and artisans can call home. The arts have a place to be in Grandview and can help us reweave the fabric of our community and repair the damage and separation brought on us 35 years ago to make Grandview the place for the arts, not only locally but across the state and region. We want to ensure the place where Harry Truman learned to love the piano and be a leader continues to grow and prosper. Having the arts on Main Street reflects Grandview's heritage and is the key to growing more future leaders. The arts are the spark Grandview needs to grow into a new and greater place, a place with not only much history, but a chance to be a truly 21st century place.